Alright, hello. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I am obviously a little low energy right now. I am very tired. I'm just not feeling well. I hope I'm not getting sick, but it's just been all day just really achy and just very tired. I just woke up from a nap. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I hope everyone's had the last couple of days everyone's been doing well. I hope your week is off to a great start. Tonight's gonna be just really chill. Just gonna play a little TFT, and it's kind of a low energy thing. We're just gonna hang out and gonna eat my apple. So I am back. I'm fully back from my trip to DC, and I wish I could just express a little more enthusiasm for it, but it was kind of amazing. Kind of really amazing. And I wish I were still there and not feeling like garbage right now. Excuse me if I shift and pull my hoodie on and off and move around a lot. It just, my body's very achy at the moment and it's hard to get comfortable. It's just, when you start, I don't know if it's when you start getting sick and your joints and everything just kind of just get really funky and just nothing feels right. And, I don't know if anyone else experiences this when they get sick, but their body just, my body just goes into just shut down and everything gets hypersensitive. So it's just sitting up, it's oh, I can feel my lower back, even though my lower back is perfectly fine. It's just sitting up, the pressure of just my own body weight on my lower back. It's oh, hey, by the way, you can feel this. It's not a lot of pain. It's just tingly in a bad way. If you put much more emphasis on it, it's gonna be painful, but right now it's okay-ish. But also just the surface of my skin just gets really sensitive, and doing little things taking a shirt on and off, just the way it, especially on my upper arms, it just, the skin's really sensitive and doesn't feel good. Sorry. Also, when I'm uncomfortable, I just get a little emotional. Trying not to let it get in the way of the stream. Also, I just get really hot and really cold. I'm trying to keep well nourished. good. Rapid fire champions start with 4 stacks of attack space. Okay, 30. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Not a great combination. That's a good generic. Kind of fits the bill for a lot. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got a good early start with the Corkies. Especially with him as my headliner. It's gonna be really nice. Kika, hi, how are you? I hope your day went amazing. I am sorry it's gonna be a really low energy stream tonight. I'm not feeling well. But I wanted to be here for everybody. I wanted to keep the stream streak going. Oh yeah, I just realized I'm not in the game. The day overall was fine. It's just I woke up not feeling very good. And it's kind of followed me into the evening. I just woke up from a nap. I tried to go to sleep right after work. Just not feeling good overall. But I hope your day went well. I hope your week has started off well. I know it's already Tuesday. We're about to go into Wednesday, so we got the first chunk out of we got the bad chunk of the week out of the way. That's always good. What do we got here? Rapid fire true damage. No sentinels have come by yet? This is getting a little ridiculous. Alright, fine. We're just gonna put more Corkies out here. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's I don't get sick often. I don't know if I'm getting full on sick. I hope not. So I tell people, it's like if I'm not feeling good, it's like if I start to get sick, I just stop being sick and be awesome instead. Sometimes it's a little hard to do that. But yeah, just woke up today feeling very low energy. Swollen lymph nodes in my throat, and so it's just kind of persisted all day, and a little bit of like just that little inkling of a headache. But we're getting through it. It's not that bad. Yeah, I guess we're doing this. Yeah, excuse me if I'm like shifting a lot. I'm kind of jumping back and forth between really hot and really cold, and just kind of my body just aches overall. But my week has been okay so far. Work has been really busy since we've been down a couple of people each day, but nothing too horrible yet. Well, I hope that stays consistent. Like I hope the good part of that stays consistent, and that you can, that it'll come back and be a little easier for you once everybody comes back to work. Like, I hope it stays, like, hope you keep your head above water. That's the best I can say for that. Like, 'cause I know those days where it's, like, real short-staffed and everyone's kind of picking up the slack. I totally understand. Yeah, basically I'm just trying to stave off this little bit of pain that I've got going on. My back doesn't feel good, and it's not because I hurt my back again, but it's primarily because it's just my joints are really painful right now. They're just really sore, and whenever I get sick, my skin gets really sensitive. So it's like little things like taking a hoodie on and off, and it's just the brush, even if it's soft, just brushing against my skin does not feel good. So it's just a little sensitive at the moment. Excuse me if I get a little teary. It affects my emotions too. It's one of those moments it's like, I don't feel good. Somebody hold me, please. It's like I just want someone here to just like hug me. It's one of the plight of living alone. But on a positive note, that's I don't mean to dwell on the negative, but I am officially back from DC, obviously. As long as you're as comfortable as you can be. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I'm officially back from DC. I almost wish I was still there. It was an absolutely magical trip, and looking back on, I wouldn't change it for the world. It was such a great time. Oh. I met some amazing people. Got to stay with some absolutely incredible people. Oh no. Oh yeah, how was your trip? Oh, it was fantastic. I wish I could be more enthusiastic about it. It was so good. The people I stayed with were just absolutely incredible. It was the same person that I got to meet last week. And I was very hesitant to whether I was going to be able to drive up there 1 week later, and it was even farther this time because I went all the way to them up in DC as opposed to meeting halfway. And it was just kind of a magical experience, something I really needed that I hadn't had in a long time. Some little bit of fun companionship that I hadn't really experienced in quite a number of years, so it felt really good. Man, I'm getting nothing over here. Come on, Corky, I need you doing more damage. Well, we did more damage. Mitigate the health damage, even though we lost. There we go. Some kind of extra damage here. Alright. Some kind of synergy. That's what we need. definitely use that. Of course, I need a bow. Ah. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's better. Sentinel, we can replace him. Cool, cool, cool. I'm not sick, but I did sleep wrong like 2 nights ago, and my neck and shoulder has really neck and shoulder's been really bugging me. The past couple of days, joys of life past 30. Well, nah, I totally get that. I've done the exact same thing. You know, the joys of over 30. It's yeah. I realized I was old the very first time that I sneezed and actually threw up my back. It has happened, and some people laugh about it. And like, it does happen. Just be ready for it. Excuse me. Just have like zero self-control tonight. Just so drained. Yeah, I got up this morning and I thought, it's like, oh, this isn't so bad. I'll go do a workout because I don't have to be at work until late. It's gonna be a short day. It's gonna be a short day of work, so I'm like, all right, I'll go to the gym in the morning. And I'll see how much I can push myself. Well, because it's me, I always push myself a little too far. And I did a full leg workout. Normally, the leg workout that I do on Tuesdays, I'll do an initial leg workout with some heavy weights, and then afterwards it's like about 10 to 15 minutes of glutes. So the first 45 minutes, I did the first 45 minutes, the heavy duty leg stuff, legs and glutes, and then I got to the end of it and I said, I barely got to the end of it, and I was taking breaks, and it wasn't good. I was like, this is bad. I'm getting hot. Like my face was getting hot and flushed, and I'm just like, my cardio wasn't there. I'm just like, it's not a good day. We're gonna end it. So I did not do the second part of my workout. Percent attack speed. Okay. We're gonna go with you have my bow. him out there next. Whew, we are still struggling. We are just behind. Just a wee bit behind. I realize I've been passing up. Oh, 8-bit, hello. Not that I ever use her in my 8-bit builds, but she's there. Alright. Yeah, you're getting that. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we got the jazz out there, increasing all our damage. Get that extra damage input. Output. Whatever, words. Nice. Awoke Raven. Oh, if I can get... And I totally can get one of those. So I think I... Oh no, I like the other one more. That extra sword? Yes, please. I'll take that. We'll give that to Kaisa. She's doing some work over there. And make it, oh shoot, I gave her the big shot and then I didn't replace. I didn't put the Caitlyn back in. Whoopsie. The next round. Next round. Oh no! If I survive to the next round, jeez. Yeah, man, I'm just not doing hot. Okay. So we got her back there. She can shift. Not bad. Not a bad choice, actually. Alright, that little misfortune bump at the end. Come on, save me. Keep me in the game. Alright. We're still in it. We're in it to win it, baby. We had a much farther from behind victory last night. So I had a really late stream last night because I went to the gym at like almost 1 in the morning. And so we didn't stream until after 2. On a positive note, we thought for a bit that our heating was busted and would have to get it repaired, but we tried it out again the other day and it's working again. Oh, thank goodness. Because I don't know how it is where you are, but we are back in another cold snap, which did not feel good today, seeing as I was very chilly. But I'm glad you didn't have to eat that cost, because that is just that is not fun. I know how expensive those can get. Speaking of extra costs, I was I did something bad. I got a speeding ticket on my way back from DC. I'm a little ashamed about it, but it is what it is. Gotta pay for what I did. Oh no. No! Kill him with fire. No! Ah, eliminated. My little pixie mander. No, he got eaten. No. Man, 8th place. That was just not a great game overall. That did not a lot fell into place. My tank was still only one star. Did you get pulled over, or was it a camera that got you? I got pulled over. It was I had made it was about 6-hour drive. I made it to the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes away from from getting home, and it was close to midnight. And I was just tired. And all I wanted to do was just get home. And so I was moving a little quicker than I should have, and the officer got me. He got me. He bumped it down from what it was supposed to be because I was nice. Because never ever get angry at a cop for you for never raise your voice at a cop when they're doing just a routine traffic stop when you are when you know you're in the wrong. He was just he was kind enough to do that, but because it otherwise would have affected my insurance. So we kind of bumped it down a little bit, but I still got to pay the cost, which is unfortunate because I don't have that kind of money. But we'll make it work. Is what it is. That's what I gotta pay for. Gotta pay for my. Gotta pay for doing dumb stuff. I need another snack. I still have peanut butter here, and I have no more apple left. Debating if I want to get another apple. Just want something cool. Oh, everything hurts. Oh, this is not good. I don't know how I did this, but I've ended up with 3 open bags of pretzels, one of which has a decent amount left, the other 2 do not. I ate so many pretzels in the car on the way home. We were warm today, but it's gonna cool down here the next couple of days. Oh, well, good timing. Good timing that your heat just barely it's barely holding on there. Hopefully it stays good. got pulled over for speeding in high school. I was running late to school. I was doing like 80 and a 55. Thankfully, I had an after-school job, so I was able to pay it off and not tell my mom. Oh no. If you're in high school, I'm kind of amazed that that your mom wasn't aware. Because, I mean, at that point, I'm thinking, if you're under 18, can you have a car registered to you? Is that even legal? And at that point, if it was registered to her, if it was registered to her, you'd think she'd get some kind of notification. Like, if anything, like, notification in the mail, or those, because I know over the next few days I'll probably be getting a bunch of those spam letters from attorneys trying to say like, oh yeah, we'll take care of it for you and you don't have to pay it, because that always happens. I've gotten a couple of speeding tickets in my life. Nothing super egregious, just enough to where I was like, yeah, I was in the wrong. Speeding ticket is warranted. And I'm just gonna pay it off. It was like, there's no fighting it at a certain point. But yeah, nothing egregious. But I've had a few. I don't know, she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, which is highly unlike her. Okay, maybe she didn't. I don't know. Yeah, Zara, hi, welcome. Yeah, on my trip back from DC last night, I was being dumb. I was speeding. I was trying to get home fast. It was late. And I was speeding and I got caught, so it's on me. But it just makes it tough because I don't exactly have a lot of money to to throw at random expenses, like a couple $100 for a speeding ticket. But and sorry if I've already given Kika the lowdown. I am sorry if I'm a little quiet tonight. I am feeling very much under the weather. And it just has sapped all of my energy today. Woke up not feeling all too hot, swollen lymph nodes in the throat, and a bit of a headache, and just kind of sensitive overall. Like my joints are a little achy, and I was saying earlier that I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but like if I'm to the point where my joints are getting achy, then it usually affects like the surface of my skin, and then I get very the surface of my skin gets very sensitive to the point where like the littlest thing just feels uncomfortable. So something as little as just like taking a shirt on and off, just the rubbing of even if it's like soft material, it just doesn't feel good. Everything's just a little sensory overload at the moment. I'm going from like hot to cold, and just not good. I woke up from a nap just a little bit ago, right before I started streaming. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll try hard steel. We'll see what happens if I do this. I'm so sorry that super sucks, and oh no, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. That fucking sucks. I hope the DC trip to DC was awesome. The DC trip was incredible. I didn't feel sick until today, so I felt 100% throughout the weekend. It was I say the weekend, but it was only like a little over 24 hours, but it was absolutely worth it. The people I stayed with are absolutely incredible people, and I just kind of reminded me of some things that I had missed. It's just been a while since I've had any kind of companionship, if that makes sense. And just having another body to hold or hug, and it just felt nice. So it's felt pretty good there. And yeah, we had an absolutely wonderful time, and yeah, I was very hesitant to go at first, and I am so glad that I decided to change my mind and definitely take that trip. And it was, despite the speeding ticket and despite being sick, I would not change that for the world. That was a wonderful experience, and I'm so glad I did it. That and the people I met up with are just incredible. I wish I could be more enthusiastic about it right now, but I'm just so tired. Well, I just dropped a pretzel somewhere. I don't know where it went. Yeah, it's like I think that shit too. Yeah, it's been so long that I'm not gonna divulge details, but like just the idea of having another person to touch. I've been so up in my own world for the last 4 years that forgot what it was like to just be around somebody, you know, and not necessarily in an intimate way, but just, you know, have someone to just be there. Because as you can see, there's not much here. I am alone, and I live by myself. So, yeah. Yeah, and I always tell people, it's like, despite my reclusive nature, my love language is physical touch. Just being able to touch someone, it just feels good to me. And just like, I get that sense of connection with people just purely through touch. I mean, it can be something simple as like a hand on the shoulder. But yeah, it's that's how that's how I bond with people, and I have not had that. Sitting behind a computer screen and live streaming only fulfills so much social interaction here. I love you all, but yeah, every once in a while I just need someone to hold, need someone to touch, and it's been about 4 years since I've really been close to anyone. And so it just felt really good. It had been so long I kind of forgot what it was like just to be around someone, which is, when I say that out loud, it's kind of sad. But it was absolutely worth it. I feel that shit so much. Yeah. But yeah, ever since my last breakup, which was almost 4 years ago. Well, no, I'm sorry. The breakup was just over 3 years ago. I have not connected with anyone on any kind of intimate level in almost 4 years. And yeah, it was nice. Just a little reminder of what I've been missing. Still carrying him. Okay. I could keep the rapid fire. Alright, double our heart count. Ooh, this guy's already up to level 7. What is he doing over there? What's he doing that's got him up so high? hey girl, if our paths ever meet, I'd love to do some cool shit like that. I was with my ex for 3 years, and when we broke up, it was pretty rough. Yeah, I feel that one harder than you know. I was with my ex for my last relationship was 7 years, and for the last probably year and a half of it was just like a consistent downhill. Like we just drug it out way longer than it needed to be, unfortunately. But I think we're both better for it now. I'm pretty sure they moved on pretty quickly. It's good for them. For me, I've just been kind of, for the last 3.5 years, really just kind of exploring what it's like to be single again. It has its ups and downs. I'm not upset about it. But yeah, I'm just kind of just out here doing my thing. Like for pretty much all of my adult life, basically all my adult life up until my 30s, and so all of my 20s, I was in a relationship, because I was in my first relationship in high school. But yeah, my first relationship in high school was, I think it was my junior year, so I would have been like 16 or 17-ish. And that lasted for almost 4 years. And then almost immediately after that ended, I was in another relationship for over 5 years. And then after that, almost immediately, a relationship that lasted about 7 years. So it's, yeah. It was, it consumed all of my 20s, so I basically didn't get to really experience my 20s as, like, an average, 20-year-old would, if that makes sense. That's really good to hear. At least you, good to hear at least, and you deserve to meet and be around so many cool people. You're such a sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Azura. I really appreciate that. Yeah. The last couple of months, I have been trying to kind of push myself a little bit more out of my comfort zone. Trying to, meet other people, and I very easily slide into my habits of sitting at home and staying. It's just easier for me to just, crawl into my cave, not talk to anyone, from outside or from out from behind from a computer screen. Just, it's very easy for me to do that and just like, this is comfortable here and I'm okay, and that's just it. Like, over time, it's like, I'm just okay. And so just meeting other people is, especially recently, it's been refreshing. It's very nice. for set. I just need to be tanky. So I totally feel that sort of like missed out feeling. Yeah, it's been me for too long. Yeah, it's just darn. Oh, I wish I was more. I wish I was a little bit more enthusiastic tonight. I'm sorry. I'm just a little. Just a little sluggish today. Oh yeah, set, go, be a tank. Be a big beefy boy. Thank you. But you're making awesome memories now, and that's so fucking cool. I love the Blue Ocean bandana. Yeah, thank you. It is one of my favorites. It's one of, if not my actual favorite, because I just love the design of it. It's got a little bit of black and blue in there, just that really light blue. It's just kind of, I don't know, I just always think it kind of works for me. Ooh, okay, got the cash out. Alright, rapid fire 4. Very nice. Wow, all this time she's just been... Didn't even realize she was one star this whole time. Alright, at the very least, we're not last. So far. Oh, there he is. The very first one. I don't even know what Kane does. Dash, then deal 400 magic damage. Okay. Kika, I'm heading off to bed now, but I hope you start feeling better and you have a better day tomorrow. Thank you so much. I really hope to be back a little bit more energized for everyone tomorrow. I do have the day off, thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness. It just so happened I got sick the day I had a short day at work, and then the following day off. It just, whew, was a little nerve-wracking. It's like if I had to go back into work tomorrow and I still was feeling bad, I would have. I never call out of work, so I would have just showed up and been miserable for hours. I just put a mask on and try and take precautions and wash my hands. If I have to be out and about, but otherwise I'd much prefer to stay in. My emotions have held off very well tonight. When my body gets a little tender, I tend to get a little bit more emotionally sensitive, if you will. No. Alright. 6th place. Well, a couple of losses, but not too bad. I think I've got time for one more. But yeah, when I start to ache a little bit, and when my body aches too much and I keep going from hot to cold and just get real uncomfortable over an extended period of time, I tend to get a little emotional. Despite my the hard-ass nature I try to purvey online as like, get up, do the work, and but there's also a level of take care of yourself, and this is a moment where I have to realize I need to back off a little bit and take care of myself in a different way. But also it's like, yeah, for the most part, I'm very much like, I take more an aggressive role. At least that's how I kind of purvey it online. The hard ass, the gym goer. But, gosh, this is going to let you in. Going to let the few of you that are here, going to let you in on the secret. I'm a bit of a softie. On the back end, I am definitely a bit of a softie, and I do like to be held. Especially when I'm sick. Which does not happen very often. Usually, like, usually what I tell people, I kind of joke about it. It's like, whenever I get sick, I just stop being sick and be awesome instead. And it usually works. That's, I very much have the opinion that, there is a psychosomatic element to being sick. And if you tell yourself you're not sick, then your body tends to react in a pretty good way. And I'm not going to say that you're not actually sick, because like when you're actually sick, you're actually sick. But I have a I don't know. I just can't help but feel like if you have that mindset of like telling yourself over and again, like over and over again, it's like I'm not sick, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to do the healthy things, and I'm going to try and just like push through it to an extent. And I feel like that has a very positive impact or that it can have a very positive impact on your metabolism and also your immune system. Very much of that mindset. I know it's not like none of that is scientifically proven, but that's always kind of the mindset I've taken with it, and seems to have worked out for me. I have not actually been sick since before COVID initially hit and it was declared a global pandemic, so I want to say it's been at least 4 years, and even during the pandemic, I didn't during 2020, I did not get sick, so probably at least 5 years or more since I've really truly been sick. I feel that 100% sometimes. When I lie down, some tears come up. It happens. Yeah, this is the first time I've really been sick since I've started hormones, and it's pushing up hard. The hormones are definitely kicking hard right now. Girl, I love you so much. I knew you were the biggest softie sweetheart when I first saw you. I don't hide it very well. I've always been someone that definitely just kind of wore their heart on their sleeve ever since I was a kid. I was always told that, and yeah, I do not hide it well. For better or for worse. It's like all the hard-ass exercise stuff. It's the Marine inside of me that keeps saying, like, hey, still be a badass, keep being the hard ass, be the one that sets the example. But then there's the other side of me. It's like, it's okay to chill and be soft for a little bit. Let's see, what am I trying to build? We can go with true shot or true damage. Edgelord, Superfan Guardian, Rapid Fire, Spellweaver Sentinel. Okay. Executioner, Crowd Diver. Okay. I will say, whenever, like, on the rare occasion that I'm just either sick or just tired and just not feeling well, generally just when I'm not 100%, it's the first thing I do is I get very touchy, not in a dirty way. Like, the first thing I want to do is just, like, snuggle up to somebody. I think that's really all I ever want, just be held. Oh. Do a couple of guardians out there while we're waiting. Oh, girl, you need to cuddle ASAP. Yeah. I need somebody close by that I can just call up and be like, hey, this is not a booty call, this is a cuddle call. How much does that guy have? 14 health. Oh, lame. There's some true damage in the back. I feel like my it's like I feel like my breathing is just like labored. I do think this will be the last game. I'm just gonna kind of push through because I've been doing these really short streams lately, and I really want to get back to doing the longer streams. When I'm feeling better, I want to get back into I want to do like a really long Persona stream, just like take a day, really get into it. We've been playing Persona for almost 2 months. Like, pretty consistently for almost 2 months. Oh, wow. Hell yeah, girl, that'd be so cool. Also, sorry for not being there for the Persona streams, life has been pretty hectic lately, but I always love seeing you and your posts and streams when I can make it. I really look. You don't have to come to every single one. I very much appreciate it. Just you stopping by and interacting the times that you do, just incredible. It very much does not go unnoticed, and I always really appreciate anybody that comes in. And just any support at all is wonderful. Like, when I say support, just stopping in and saying hi. That just feel good. Feels good. So I just want to put that out there for anyone that watches, anyone that comes in and watches, and anyone that anyone, especially the ones that interact, like yourself, in the chat. Just makes for a good little community, you know. Crown cards, okay. Artifact. Eternal Winter, one of my favorites. I'm gonna go right up on my dude right there. Right up on my guy in the front. He is now going to be my tank. Alright, what does that do again? It's got health and armor. Yeah, we'll add more health. And he'll get more armor in a bit. Aw, that makes me so happy. And seeing your stuff and hearing about what's going on with you always makes me really happy. Girl, make me cry. It's not hard to do tonight. Trying not to do it as much on stream. I'm trying and failing. It's one thing I tell a lot of people. It's like, if you're feeling bad, things are kind of getting to you, just try a smile. Like, even if it's a forced smile, there is something about it that will eventually, like, even if you have to force it, it does have a positive effect on you. I'm pretty sure there were actually studies done on that, where it's like people who forced themselves to smile eventually got back to a positive mindset a lot faster than people who didn't and just stayed scowling or upset or whatever. So that's I learned that a while ago, and I kind of, like, the older I get, the more I try and carry that into my adult life, especially if I'm ever in a situation where, like when I'm at work, if ever I have a let's say an ornate customer or someone that's just not, we're not quite on the same page. And if they say something that's a little abrasive, I'll just kind of look down, smile, and look back up, and it just puts me in a better mood. Just very quickly corrects the situation, and so it keeps me from letting things get to me all too much. I'll take that a collie. Don't really need the tier, but that's fine because I've got the Pandora's items. So it's going to randomize that. And it's like I spent too much of my life being depressed and being upset about things and just letting things get to me, that I just don't want to do it anymore. Ooh, wow. I didn't realize he got that bling bonus, so yeah, the extra health is very good for him. Oof. Wow, what am I doing? I'm sitting on all this gold. least somebody got to 2-star. Oh, 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 oh. Yep. And yep. Okay, come on. Come on, we can do this. Nice. I really need to get my Senna to 2-star. She is so far behind. I'm like really focused here. No, don't lose it. No, dang it. Oh, you're such a fucking positive soul. Seriously, it always makes me happy to hear you and your thoughts and feelings. No. I've been using this platform as a way to kind of get my thoughts out there a little bit more. I've grown into a person that once you get me talking, it's hard to get me to shut up. I used to be such a painfully shy child, and I never talked, and some of that has kind of reappeared in my adult life, but this platform has definitely helped me kind of get out of that a little bit, and I appreciate you all being here to just kind of hear me dump a little bit on occasion. Ooh, yeah, this is a good one. Units isolated in pairs, yes please. Ooh, we eliminated somebody. Ooh, Cowman. Sorry. You were not doing well. Wonder if he was really playing. Because that was a fast exit. Ooh. Oh my god, my back. Ugh. Yay, finally, she's 2-star. She should be higher than that at this point, but oh well. Am I gonna get the spatula? Nope, that's okay. I'll take the soda though. No, I will not take the soda. I will take Tom Catch. Yay, my tank is actually a tank. Hooray. My tank is tanking. Growing up, I got labeled as a shy kid, but also wouldn't shut up when someone indulged me. Yeah. Like, even when people actually talk to me when pretzel. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was so painfully shy that even when people actually did talk to me, I was too scared to actually open up to people. Yeah, I just had a rough time of it when I was a kid. And suddenly I just got really warm. Ugh. But for a long time I surrounded myself with friends that would crap on my interests and say pretty cruel jokes under the guise of friendships. Sadly, I have a lot of complexes with sharing things and interests. I have a pretty big protective wall surrounding me, and oh my god, I hope you're okay. Yeah, sorry, just a little piece of a pretzel got stuck in my throat. No, I totally get that. That is very rough, especially in like formative years. Really? Okay. But yeah. Oh, there's like a little bubble stuck now. Okay. That was rough. But yeah, during your formative years, if you can't like really express those interests, it can be extremely detrimental to like how you perceive, your own self as you get older. It's like not only how you perceive yourself, but how you perceive your own interests. It's funny enough that I actually talked about that exact thing in one of my other videos. And that, like, especially given, the closeted nature of a lot of transgender not conforming and, like, queer folks in general, when they're younger, especially the ones that grow up in communities that are more conservative, like the ones that I was raised in. It's one of those things, like, you don't really hear about it very much. It's like you have these feelings about certain things, and it can be anything. For me, it wasn't necessarily LGBT related. Besides, I had feelings of, being the wrong gender, like being the wrong person, the wrong body, which, I definitely kept very much secret, but it also bled over into other things, like my interest in video games. My interest in video games and technology and the community that I grew up in very much focused heavily on, like sports and being outdoors. Being outdoors, being very active, and that's something that just wasn't for me, and it was very challenging. It was very challenging just to be around other people, because I just, even when I wasn't, feeling those like dysphoric thoughts, and I'm just trying to be a normal kid and share my interests and have fun. I had one older brother that just, he took to everything athletic. I did not. He really loved it, and I wanted nothing to do with it. And I don't know, it kind of set me apart. It set me apart in some not good ways. And my parents, who were not big on technology, when I was very interested in computers and computer games, I was always embarrassed to share things with them because they very much like shunned the concept of video games, and video games were a waste of time. Playing sports was more worthwhile, and I grew up despising my own mind, in the sense that I was just basically under the impression that no matter what, whatever I liked, whatever I enjoyed, was bad. Just because it was, everything I hear, like especially, I think we're probably at least moderately around the same age. There was not a lot of LGBT representation at the time, and the little bit that there was, I think I'm about to lose. Oh, am I gonna die? Yep, I died. But hey, we made it to top 4. We made it top 4. That's technically a win. I'll take it. We a couple losses followed by a win, so it's not a total loss. But yeah, sorry, I know I haven't had my headphones on, so it's hard for me to monitor my sound because I keep moving my head around. I cannot have my headphones on right now. My head just gets really hot. My ears are really hot, and then it gets really cold, and then it's really hot, then really cold. Yeah, I was, what was I saying? Basically, growing up with the expectation that, everyone in your community, everyone that you knew just told you that the things you liked were wrong. And so it has a major effect on your psyche, in a sense that, anytime you think of what you expect is like, oh, I found something new, and I really enjoy it, and it's immediately tainted with, oh, if I like it, it must be bad. And that happened to me a lot. Like I said, I put it to words a little bit better in one of my other videos, a little bit more, I would say a little bit more passionately, but yeah, it's just that sets people up for a lot of problems later in life, and the things that I've noticed in my own life that it does make it very, very hard. to accept things about yourself as you get older. And so for me, that manifests in different ways. I'm very shy when I'm meeting people for the first time. When people ask me, like if I'm hanging out with friends, and they'll ask me, it's like, oh, hey, what do you want to do? And my first thought is not, oh, I'd like to go do this, or, I'd like to, go hang out here. So my first immediate reaction is, oh, it doesn't matter to me. What do you want to do? Because I feel like if I recommend something, then it's going to be something that they don't want to do, because it's something that I like, and the thing that I like is bad. Because that's just how I was, raised to think, is that if I like it, it's not good. So it makes it tough. So yeah, you put those, you definitely put those, you put those barriers up, and it's hard. It really sucks, especially when your bullies are your friends. Anything you like, or anything you like or is your interest is inherently bad. Sorry if I stutter over these. Where my chat box pops up, I can't really show this, but when my chat pops up, any new message, there is a little, like, there's a place where I can put a little, like, these little emojis and stuff, like the little hearts, but the little icon to put those out cuts off part of the text. It's really a not great place to for OBS to have put that. So I'm like trying to read behind it. It's kind of like semi-transparent here, but the word interest is like right behind it. But yeah, when your bullies are your friends, if your bullies are your friends, then guess what? They're not your friends. And at the time, it's when you're a kid, it's hard to distinguish between the two. It absolutely is. Because they gave you, it's one of those like the love bombing situation, like as an adult, like an abusive relationship, love bombing an abusive relationship, in that, like, they, how do I put this? It's like they bring you down constantly, like they let you know that they're in control, but there's that occasion where it's like you do something that, they like, and they very much, like, they reward you for it. They give you something, or they treat you in a certain way that makes you feel really, really good, that, like, 10% of the time. But that other 90% of the time, they're just taking you down a peg and just really making sure you don't feel good about yourself. So that rare occasion that, that 10% of the time, you're constantly chasing that validation. You're constantly chasing, that like hit of dopamine where they finally give you that, that positive response that you're looking for. And that can really set you up for problematic behaviors in the future of just like being a people pleaser, and just putting up with things that you really shouldn't. And I very much have a history of that in my past relationships, that I realized that I just, when I left my last relationship, I knew it was finally time for me to make sure that I didn't jump back into anything right away, because I'd always been, I'd always, throughout my adult life, hopped from, one monogamous, closed monogamous relationship to another. And I had gotten hurt over and over by the things that happened in those relationships. And I really needed to figure out what it was like to be me. And I think this is very important for a lot of people, or for pretty much everybody. It's like, know who you are. Get to know who you are as an adult by yourself. Like, if left to entirely your own devices and just you, who will you become? What will your patterns be? How will you set your patterns? How will you set your goals? How will you react to things when you are just by yourself? How do you process things when it's just you? If you don't have someone to fall back on, if you don't have that safety net, you don't have someone to hold at the end of the night. Example shown here. It's like, how are you gonna react? How are you gonna handle it? Are you gonna dwell in sadness? Are you gonna let the world come crashing down? Are you gonna be a victim, or are you gonna be someone who takes it on the chin and you're gonna move forward? Are you gonna recount your actions and do better? Recount your actions, recount the actions of others, and see what you like, see what you don't like. Just how are you gonna go about things, and like how are you going to react to the things in your life? And that really, when you don't have that safety net to fall back on, it really shows and cements who you can be as a person in the future. And I wish I had realized that concept sooner. I would have been a much different person now, but I'm basically playing catch up. Now, that being said, I'm playing catch up on a lot of things, as I'm sure you are also aware. Not just mentally, emotionally, and how I deal with situations, but also being in the trans community, kind of catching up on certain aspects of life that we kind of missed out on from a young age, which of course also had an effect on how we see the world now. But anyway, yeah, sorry, that was a long-winded rant. I kind of rambled for a little while. When I got out of my last relationship, I made it a goal not to get into another one soon. Yeah, absolutely. You really want to take time to process it, see what happened. Just analyze, not just. I know a lot of people like to go straight for the, it was the other person's fault and blah blah blah. It's like, well, take into account your own actions as well. And try and see yourself from as unbiased point of view as possible. And I know that's very hard because you're going to be biased. But it's just one of those things. Like, how did they react to certain things that I said at these times? And that can set you up for a lot of good revelations for the future. And how you interact with people and how you approach relationships in the future. I understand that 100%. You have to, at the very least, understand yourself somewhat before committing to something serious. Yeah, absolutely. Especially the older you get, the more you really should know yourself before, diving into anything. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a little drained. And so I think this is a good place to end it. This has been a wonderful conversation. Again, I am so sorry that I'm so just kind of mellow tonight. I usually like to be a lot higher energy. I think it makes these streams a little bit more fun, especially when we're playing games like Persona. Just makes things a little more exciting. But we'll get back to that before we know it. I just need to whatever's going on inside my body right now. I just need to get rid of it. And once it's out, we'll be right back to where we were, playing some longer streams, getting some Persona in. It's gonna be a good time. And once we eventually finish Persona, there are plenty of other games that I definitely want to check out. Love you, Mackenzie. I really hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Love you too, girl. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for talking. Little bit more, little softer night tonight, but we'll get back to the usual. On that note, for anyone else, if there's anyone else out there watching, make sure to do the YouTube thing, subscribe down below. It'll let you know anytime I go live, which has been pretty much every day for 67 days, I think now. I think that is 67. And also go check out some of my other videos, like what I discussed here tonight. I kind of took the time to put it into a little bit better words in a previous video. Like I always say, it's like my other videos may be a little bit older at this point, but they are all very much relevant information. I tried to make them a little bit more timeless, so go check those out. Other than that, check the links down in the description below. They'll take you to my other channels, my other socials, including Instagram and Twitter, where I'm the most active, so definitely catch me over there. And love y'all. Hearts out. Hearts out to everyone. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye!